Welcome to the demonstration on the Change Connection User feature in ZDPF GI. ZDPF GI includes communication options that allows you to change some properties or settings that affect the communication with the servers. One such communication option is this Change Connection User. This feature allows you to easily connect as a different user to the ZDPF GI by supplying the corresponding login credentials and other informations required. You can use this feature either from the ZDPF GI options pop-up by clicking from the big Z button, or you can just pull this option from the system connections menu that has been attached to the startup menu of the application button. From here, the user ID that's been used for accessing or connecting to the ZDPF GI systems can be reset at any time as needed with this feature. The key aspects of this feature are that it's very easy to use. It allows quick switches between the connection users in the system. It automatically stores the connection user credentials, resulting in quick user connections to the ZDPF GI systems. So now that we have broadly seen what the feature is, next step would be to how do I reset the connection user, or how do I change the connection user. For the steps are very simple. With this feature, you can view or edit your user ID that is used to connect your ZDPF GI systems, and you can make any changes that's been required. So now let's move on to see how do I use the feature. Click on this big Z button, go to ZDPF GI option, click on that. So this ZDPF GI options pop-up will open up. So from this categories list, click on the advanced. So under advanced options, you would notice you could communications. So select this communications options. So the corresponding settings or properties will be listed or loaded in the left hand side. So you could see here the change user is available under the servers group. So I'm going to click on this button because I want to change the user. So once I click on it, a user confirmation dialog box will open. Resetting the user credential, you will lose all the files, the connections, the projects, so as to connect as a different user. So if you want to continue to make change the user, click OK. Else you cancel this operation, click on the cancel button. So I'm going to proceed, so I'm going to click OK button. So the next step will be the ZDPF GI server setup pop-up will open up to accept the new installation or the update to the server settings that's been as occurred. So if you want to proceed further, all I need to is just click on the next button. So you could see here it will this pop-up will now prompt you to enter the user ID for these VMs, Linux or MVS systems that's been required. So the existing user ID will be populated here. So if you want to make, or if you want to add any new user ID, you have to edit this and write it over here and click next to continue further. Once you click the next button, so the ZDPF GI will close all the files, projects that's been associated with the existing user account, and will close and reopen again with a new user ID. It's been reflected now. I'm not going to just proceed, change the ID now. So that's it. I'm going to just click that, just closing it. So once now you have changed the user ID, what will happen? So once I have changed the user ID, the connection credentials will be automatically saved when your user ID is changed, and the user will get connected to the ZDPF GI systems. So in the next instance, when the user is planning to connect again to the system, all you have to do is just choose his ID from the change connection user pop-up. So how do I access that? Click on this button, go to system connections, click on the change connection user, You could see this pop-up has opened up. Here all the different users that are already connected to this system will be listed. Select the preferred user from this list and click OK button to connect as that particular user to the system. So the connection happens quite automatically. One thing that you need to note here is that each user ID can be used to connect only one single test system. Multiple instances of test system will require multiple user IDs. That's all in terms of change connection user. Thank you.